inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida. The show brings you the National League Wild Card Series. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Miami Marlins. John Shelby with you alongside Chris Singleton, and a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for game 2, Chris.
Absolutely, and it might seem like there's not as much pressure if you've already got a win in game 1, but they're dying to close this series out right here and now. The last thing they want is to lose the momentum and go into a do-or-die game.
And getting the start for Miami, Sandy Alcantara. What do we need to know here?
Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in this ball game, but important just to try to diffuse that. Take your deep breaths, step off the mound, do whatever you need to do to get yourself in a position. I wouldn't try to get all the strikeouts early. Get the defense involved in this ball game. See if they can get you through a few innings, and then find that groove.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Lone Depot Park just underway here. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
2 down, nobody on.
Whoa.
Out towards right center field. Marcy settles under this one. And that is that. Middle of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here in Lone Depot Park. Pitching for the Cubs in this one, Justin Steele. What should we keep an eye on here? Gleyber Torres up to the plate.
Hey, one.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Foul ball there.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. And the 0-2. This one in the air right field. He's got it. One away. And time now for the Marlins lineup. This is Joey Bart. Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Bart wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep both their challenges. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. And it's fouled away.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Here's a 1-2. Stays alive.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That gets down for a hit. Here's the throw. So a man aboard now with one away.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Ball, hard.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Kyle Stowers in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Misses outside, and that's ball two. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Look out! And it hit him.
Thank you, mate.
His teammates are not happy. They're barking from the third base dugout after seeing that pitch, and now both teams are being warned.
Well, they're just sticking up for their teammate right here and didn't like the way that one looked, but with the warning to both sides, every pitcher in this game is going to have to be careful working inside the rest of the way.
Fought off foul. 2 on, 1 out. There's a swing and a miss.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And at the plate for Miami, Heriberto Hernandez. Pitch misses there, ball one. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. And on further review, it was a strike. Still 2 challenges left for them. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Griffin Kona in the box now. Takes strike one. That one misses, and the count is 1-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Fouls one off. 2-2. On the ground to the left. Swanson. They get the force, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. The Marlins lead this one 2-0. This is the National League Wild Card Series on the show. Wild Card Series Game 2. So up now for Chicago, Alex Bregman. Tap foul at the plate. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. And there's one down.
For me, Boo, the game I remember is us calling the 2014 AL wildcard game. The Kansas City Royals hosting the Oakland A's. The Royals come from behind to win in extra innings and move on to the division series. They had such a great run that it ended up in the World Series losing to the San Francisco Giants.
2 down, bases empty. Dansby Swanson will hit next. Swanson with a homer in his last game. And a swing and a miss there.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Throw to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. It's the Marlins. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Zach McKinstry. Pulls that one foul.
Four-seam fastball. High inside. Slider. Low outside.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Suzuki on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Four-seam fastball.
So up next, Otto Lopez. Not even close there. And that's ball one.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
And he lays down a bunt. In time to Bush. They handle the bunt and get the out. Here's Gleyber Torres. He's 0 for 1. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Pro Armstrong gets under it. And that is that. On to the third inning. Now the Cubs catcher, Moises Ballesteros.
You know, these Cubs, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Ground ball to the right side. Mountcastle takes it to the bag and one away in the top of the third. This is Dylan Carlson.
Dylan Carlson.
Sliced hard but foul. Carlson launched a homer in his most recent game. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. That K is his third of the game. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Matt Shaw. And first offering is fouled off. Here's a high chopper. Handles, throws to first. Inning over. 9 straight retired. Back here in Miami, now it's the Marlins catcher, Joey Bart.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
That misses, and that is ball 1.
Sinker. Low inside.
Now one missed. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. So they've still got both their challenges.
Circle change. Low middle.
The 1-2.
Curveball. Low inside.
Got him. And now one away.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there, and that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mixing up the speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
That's outside.
That's away.
And the count even 1-1. Steele wants to challenge that one. Thought it was a strike, so the call stands. 1 challenge remaining for them now.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Swinging a foul straight back.
Slider. Low outside.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And it's going to stay a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge.
Low outside.
2 down, nobody on. On the ground, right side. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. It's the Marlins 2. As we go to the top of the 4th, here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Horner. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and there's one away. And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. Struck out swinging his first time. Out to short. Whips it to Mountcastle. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. 2 down, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch. He swings and fouls one off. And look out, as that one ran in and got him. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Here's Alex Bregman, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Up the middle, dives, and he can't hang on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, 2 outs. Crow Armstrong, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Base hit into center field. Runner around third. The tag, and he's safe. And they trail by 1.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
So 2 down, and up next for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a bouncer. Tosses to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. Bottom 4th, and at the plate for Miami, Ryan Mountcastle. Smoked into left, base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning. Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins. Fouled off. He was late.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. To second for 1. On to Busch. It's a double play.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. It's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
Digging in, Griffin Conant. Right through there for a strike.
4-seam fastball. High inside. Slider. Middle outside.
Swing and a ground ball. And that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Ball 1 there.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swings through it for the K. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ballesteros swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
You know, these Cubs definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that one did find the strike zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The Cubs down by a run here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Out to short. Slings to first. That's it out.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. Grounded out his first time up. And that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Yes, he did. That's a swing. Here goes the runner. And it's fouled off. And that one's a little bit low. And the count 1-2.
Excellent arm action on that two-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Liner, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
now batting, right fielder,
High leverage spot, and here is Seiya Suzuki. Cut on and missed. Good changeup right there. And it's 0-1. Two on, 2 outs. That one almost got him. The 1-1.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw, save, and that was close. So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
All loaded up. Bush, the next Cub to hit. That one way inside. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. One runs in. Here comes the throw. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. It's 3-2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And in this critical spot, up steps Alex Bregman. 1 for 2. Out towards left center. Marcy turns to the right on the move. Brings it in for the 3rd out. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 3 and the Marlins 2. This is the National League Wild Card Series on the show. Wild Card Series game. And now for the Marlins, Zach McKinstry. That clips the corner.
That was just paint on the first pitch fastball.
And fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count. Also really good at that. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Lopez batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Late on that fastball.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Boog, this offense is fighting for their lives right now. They're not ready for this season to be over, so they need to dig deep and find a way to get something going. Anything will help.
Got him looking, that's a strikeout. Gleyber Torres up to hit. Crushed, left center field. This one's deep, forget it. And we have a tie ball game. It's 3-3. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Barton stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Got him looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. So digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. And there's a foul ball. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Miami's bullpen with some action. Ronnie Enriquez. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Bender warming up as well. That one almost got him. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Bart collects, fires to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Swanson digs in. And that is out of play. The 0-1. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Great effort, but no throw. That's an infield single.
Now batting.
Go ahead run on base. Moises Ballesteros, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. And a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Sandy Alcantara won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Calvin Fauché. So up next for Chicago, Dylan Carlson. This one smoked on its way out of here. That'll fire up the dugout, and the Cubs have the lead now. It's 6-3.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stumble. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
At the plate, Matt Shaw. This one in the air center field, and he makes the catch. And there's two down.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Nico Horner.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Nico Horner will come up to hit. Swinging a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the sixth. In the air, left field. Stowers under it. And that's the third out. So the Cubs get 3 on this blast. And they've doubled up now. It's 6-3. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And at the plate for Miami, Jacob Marcy.
You know, these Marlins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
And a swing and a miss. And that one in the air center field. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Stowers in the box again, takes a strike. Swings through that.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Mountcastle in the box now. No balls and a strike. Check swing called strike. 0-2.
No.
really good
that's a
take,
ball.
especially with 2 strikes.
Four-seam
The
fastball.
Marlins trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 7th. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is late, and he reaches safely.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Stepping in, Michael Busch. First pitch way inside a fastball.
Oh. Nope. Ball 3.
Three-0 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Dangerous hitter at the plate in Alex Bregman. 1 for 3. And he dodges that fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The Cubbies trying to break this one open here in the late stages of game 2. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Takes it in for the out.
The batter, the
Pete
17th.
Crow Armstrong now at the plate. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Line drive caught. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout. They turn things over to the southpaw, Cade Gibson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that is that. Nice work from the Miami pen. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Number 13.
Hernandez leading things off and takes a strike. Drilled in the air out towards right center for Armstrong. On his way over, he's got it. And there's one down. And next is the designated hitter, Griffin Conant.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there tomorrow.
The Fish trailing by 3 here in game 2 of the wild card series. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Slider. Blow outside.
Got him swinging. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Zach McKinstry getting ready to hit. Out towards right center field. Suzuki on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. We go to the 8th. Now the Cubs catcher, Moises Ballesteros. Swings and misses. 0-1. Activity in the bullpen. Jansen Junk getting loose out there. Santana also getting ready. That one blasted deep to right. Hernandez ranging back. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. A solo shot. And they tack one on the board. It's 7-3.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So up next, Dylan Carlson. He's already homered in this game. And that one fouled off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
High fly ball down the left field line. Back there. And that one is out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 8-3.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Cade Gibson won't go any further. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Jansen Junk. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Foul ball. Here's the 0-1. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away.
The batter number 2, second baseman.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one. Next pitch is outside. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a chopper out to short. On to first. That's the third out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 8-3. This is the National League Wild Card Series on the show. Bottom of the 8th. And at the plate for Miami, Otto Lopez. Check swing called strike. Strike 1. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. 1 up, 1 down. So back to the top of the order. Here is Gleyber Torres. Torres wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. 2 up, 2 down.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong and their timing's off.
That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the wall. The throw into second. And he's got a double.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall Dreaming about as a hitter, so no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And now Jacob Marcy in the air, right field. That is the inning. So they can't do anything with a 2-out double. Back here in Miami, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
And a foul ball. Jackknifes out of the way. Ground ball right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Now one gone in the ninth. And now it's Alex Bregman. And that one hammered. Going back on this one. On the warning track. And hauls it in. So digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. That smash towards center. And that'll do it. Cubs down. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Daniel Palencia.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
0-1. 1-0-1 on the gun. Swing and a miss. This one chopped to first, and it goes just foul. This one in the air, center field. Pro Armstrong settles underneath it. One down. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Power relievers, one after another, coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Line drive to short and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Hernandez, the next to hit, takes ball one. Line drive, and that's going to get into the corner. Throws to second. Not in time. He's got a double.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. That's the ball game. The Chicago Cubs win the wild card series and are moving on to the NLDS. So the Chicago Cubs sweep this wild card series with back-to-back wins on the road. And they can now shift their focus to the division round.
Well, hats off to him, Boog. I mean, it's very difficult to come into a hostile stadium with all the energy and excitement of the postseason, but clearly that was no issue for these guys. They played well, and I think that bodes well for their chances of making a deep run here in October.
And a lot of disappointment for these fans and, of course, the players as well, as they turn their attention to the offseason. Not the postseason experience they were hoping for or capable of, but they'll look to build on their success for next year.